The Australia Pavilion is hosting the World Water Day Workshop Series and the International Conference on Water Management and Sustainability. And here to tell us more about it is Will Fargher, the co-founder of leading Australian water advisory firm, Aither. Thank you so much, Will, for joining us today.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So tell us about the water workshop that you recently did, because it seems really, really interesting.
Sure. Well, it was our great pleasure to have the opportunity to run a workshop on World Water Day, the 22nd of March each year, on redefining water sector ambition. So that was an opportunity for a large number of participants from countries around the world to come together and share thoughts about their individual and, as it turned out, our collective challenges and opportunities in this water space.
Wow. I love the fact that your title is Water Resources Advisor. What does that even entail? How did you get into that? Because obviously it's incredibly important, hence Water Week being such a big thing here at Expo 2020.
Absolutely. It has been one of the key topics of discussion here this week, managing water scarcity in particular. Of course, Australia is a naturally scarce and water poor country in many parts of our land, and so Australians have long dealt with the challenges of scarce water resource management. I started my career working for state and federal governments in Australia before co-founding Aither as a specialist advisory firm looking to inform decision makers in both government and business about how they could make better decisions in relation to water resource management. And so we are a now global water advisory firm that specialises in the economics, the policy and the strategy dimensions of better water resource management.
Well, it's such an important topic, and we want to know more about what you've been doing across Water Week, like the International Conference for Water Management. How did that go? Were there any highlights?
Yeah, look, we've had some really good discussions over the course of what's been a pretty busy week, ably assisted by the great crew from Austrade and DFAT at the Australian Pavilion, which has made it a really enjoyable experience. You mentioned the UAE-EU collaboration on the conference. We've also had a number of marquee events at the Women's Pavilion. We've had bilateral meetings between governments and also business to business. Through those conversations, one of the really common themes has been this crisis of water security, particularly in this region. The Middle East and North Africa has 12 of the 17 most water scarce countries in the world. So this is really the hotspot for arid region water management, not surprisingly. And people are looking for solutions. So we've had a great opportunity through the course of these discussions to talk about how we can improve our decision making. And what's been really noticeable at this conference, in an evolution, I guess, of thinking, has been the transition away from just the technical infrastructure responses that we've traditionally seen. The idea that we could build our way out of this challenge to now thinking about smarter solutions, particularly in the governance and policy space. And that's a marked transition in this conference discussion, I think.
And what about taking it back to kind of, I guess, more simpler terms? You know, what can we as individuals be doing at base level? You know, I always remember cleaning my teeth and my dad would turn the tap off as I was cleaning my teeth because it's a simple thing. And my dad would always say water is a finite resource. You don't think of it like that. So what can we be doing, and anyone watching at home, to just help with what could be, you know?
Yeah, look, it's a great question, Katie, and I think, you know, maybe your dad had to pay the bill.
I mean, that's why, yeah.
But not in not all countries in the world are people paying the cost of water. And we don't tend to manage what we don't value. And so really it comes back to being conscious of the value of scarce water resources. As soon as we start to value water in all its dimensions, it's not just about putting a dollar value on it, but it's value to communities, to the environment, then we pretty quickly get into this space of, well, how can we make better decisions about the management of this scarce resource? So being conscious about the value of water, the importance of the water services that we enjoy, so the infrastructure services that come together to ensure that we can get safe, reliable drinking water out of a tap, that we've got water for agriculture or for investment in economies or the environment. Like, water is life.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely fascinating, and hence it being such an important theme week here at Expo. I'm sad to say that we've run out of time, Will, because I could genuinely chat about this for ages. I really appreciate your time coming in this week. I know you're a busy man, so thank you for joining us.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to Expo.